It's possible for us to do this in the most difficult circumstances. And then that idea started to grow, and before you knew it, and I like adventure, I like change, I like challenge, I like to test something. This year is going to take unprecedented communication. It's going to take unprecedented servant leadership.
I've known the Holloway family for over 30 years.
Brian Holloway.
Brian Holloway is one of the most dynamic.
Brian Holloway.
Brian Holloway is certainly at the top of the list.
I've known Brian Holloway and his family for almost 20 years.
And so put me down, and Barbara too, as those who would recommend Brian Holloway.
We had no evidence at that point that this would be the turning point in our club's history. The reason why I say that to you is that we need to focus on delivering outstanding care, quality service, just fascinate our guests.
Eric Dante, Director of Business Processor Engineering and Business Intelligence at Apple. Incredible job today, Brian. You broke down what was a complex problem into a really simple way, and it was critical in today's environment to really have people understand what it takes to be part of a championship team, away from all the bits and bytes of what computers do and into the heart of the matter, which is living by the team values and goals. Love working with you. This is our 4th time together, and every time's better than the last. Thank you.
We burst out of the locker room. And when we step on that field, we look across the line of scrimmage, and you see your identical twin. I'm 6'8", he's 6'8". He's strong, he's fast, he's smart, he's intelligent, he's gifted. He runs a 4.9, I run a 4.9. He bench presses 500 pounds, so do I. I have my identical twin. The field we play on, 100 yards by 50, is identical. The knowledge of the organization, of the coaches on each team is by and large identical. The time we have to prepare for a game is identical. The time we have to rebuild is identical. The adversity that we face within the team is identical. The egos that have to be melded together is identical. But when one team walks on the field, it's something that's operating on the inside that gives them a distinct competitive advantage.
I'm George Mohatchie, President and Chief Executive Officer of Foresters. Brian talked to us today. He did a great job talking about how to build a leadership team, talked about the playmakers and how important they are, but also talked about how to deal with folks who are underachievers and folks who are not team players. And I personally got a lot out of that, and Brian, you did a great job. Thank you very much.
I jumped in the water. He grabbed my arm, unlike any child would grab your arm when you realize that they're in trouble. And he pulled himself up, and he gasped and spit all the water out of his mouth.
Hi, my name is Jack Cole. I'm with EMI, and I'm out of Ventura, California. I wanted to just say, Brian, I thought it was one of the best motivational speeches I've actually heard. I mean that absolutely. I've been in business 40 years and to a zillion of these, and I haven't been so inspired ever before.
So we walked up to the line of scrimmage. We walked up to the line of scrimmage. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Paul Jaffe with Many Promotions. Just spent 2 engaging hours with Brian Holloway. Got to say, I found him to be one of the most engaging, impelling, and intellectual sales and marketing minds who happened to play football, rather than an ex-football player who became a motivational speaker. Thank you.
What kind of car did you get? They said, Daddy, we got the red convertible. I said, that's awesome. You know I don't fit in that. Father, daughters, daughters, fathers. We stayed up late into the night, laughing, talking, sharing. No laptops, no cell phones, no beepers, no callback. Total conversation, total connecting. I want to hear their heart.
Hi, my name is Chuck Lucius, and I'm the CEO of Gradient Financial Group. Just had Brian Holloway speak for us, and I was absolutely pleasantly surprised. The feedback from our group is outstanding. He's just not a pretty face. He really does have a lot to say.
I want them to be empowered. I want them to make decisions. I want them to take charge. I want them to negotiate contracts. Why? Because I want them to be strong and capable and forward-thinking, and I want them to have courage and confidence. Now, I know you're not supposed to take a running start. I didn't listen 30 years ago. I'm not listening now. And so I stepped back, and there it was, that 2x6, and I launched with tremendous force and power. And I hit that second stride, turned sideways for maximum speed. It's my comfort zone. I understood it. I was good at it. There's no way I was not going to be great. I own this spot.
My name is Michael Valley. I'm from Columbus, Ohio. I own my own estate planning and RIA firm. I've had it for 18 years. I've seen a lot of motivational speakers before, and this was one of the better ones I've ever seen. Actually, it was an excellent. I've learned a lot, and I've got things I can take back to Ohio and apply.
Everyone was out at recess. They said, Brian, we need to have a conversation with you. You don't have what it takes. You haven't learned to read or write. You haven't learned to speak. You got an incredible stutter. You're not intelligent. We're putting you in special ed. Don't set your dreams high. You will never achieve them.
Hi, I'm Vicki Sandness. I'm with the Worldwide Business Intelligence team at Apple. And this is the second time I've had the opportunity to see Brian speak, and he reminded me today that I need to bring my game. I need to show up and be present and do my best. And it's always good to hear Brian speak. He reminds me of all the important things to remember to live a successful life both in the office and at home and in every aspect of my life. So thanks, Brian. I enjoyed seeing you today.
And the words that rang in my ears as I turned and walked out of that room, Brian, it's okay, except the fact that some people are just born stupid. And when she said that, my world changed forever, because I looked up at her with a tear streaming right down my face, and I thought to myself, what if she's wrong?
Hi, I'm Brian Murphy. I'm the Chief Claims Officer at Farmers, and we got a special treat today. Mr. Holloway gave a presentation to us. It was simple, it was direct, and it was funny. And the beauty of the humor was, you know, we've all heard a lot of speeches about leadership and being special, but when you present it in a way that it can be heard, that really makes a big difference. And Brian Holloway did a great job with that.
Morning, my name's Tim Morris. I'm the Chief Executive Officer with Corvus International. We're an international development firm, been in business about 25 years, and typically do between $500 million and $1 billion a year in construction. We have a project that we're looking at down here in Sarasota, Manatee, Florida, about $175 million sports club that's going to be essentially a global draw. The finest instructors, finest facilities, extreme world class. We're in our kind of formative heavy-duty planning phase of this thing, and it was suggested to me that it's time to bring in a guy like Brian Holloway who can provide some real vision and help us kind of maximize the concepts and the ideas and transcend the bricks and mortar component of our business plan. So we invited Brian in, spent 72 hours with him. We're just kind of winding down right now, and got a very distinguished group of guys involved with this project, professional athletes, leaders in business, and to the man, everybody was, I think, kind of blown away with the impact of the suggestions he had, the ideas he had, the concepts he had. Not only did he have the concepts, but also provided an implementation, a pathway, if you will, a framework for us to take his knowledge and then now apply it to our business model, show us how to get it implemented, take it into kind of bite-sized steps so we could all figure out what we need to do as next steps, and then kind of follow up with us and make sure that we're on the right path to success. So collectively, I think we're all highly energized, even more so than we were before, and we're excited to kind of see this thing move forward and have Brian continue to help us and consult with us as we go forward.
Hi, I'm Jeff Garrett from Medi Promotions. I've been with this company for 17 years, and I've heard a lot of motivational speakers, but I got to tell you, none have brought the best out in me like Brian Holloway. We just had a blast for 2 hours. He challenged us. He made us find the nuggets in what he was saying. And I'm telling you what, I can't wait to go out there and deal with my clients right now. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Katie Colpart with Explorer Insurance. I'm the Director of Claims for our Florida branch. And I've been in insurance for over 20 years. I have to say that Brian Holloway's presentation was the best motivational presentation I have ever heard in my entire career.